I'm surrounded by idiots. That, you know, that line from The Lion King? Well, that's what I always used to think about when I was growing up. I worked a lot for like family businesses, and it didn't always pan out, and I didn't always get paid. And just like in Cinderella, I had two evil stepsisters, except they were my cousins. My name is Angelina, and this is my story. So I grew up with my cousins who didn't get my jokes, only they would turn them around and tell my grandparents, and my grandparents I've never been the favorite. My cousins love to talk about who's the favorite, and it's always one of them, and I know it, but you know, it is what it is. When I was pregnant with my youngest son, I had recently gone into my storage, and I had some change, and my cousin, who's always got to know everything, was like, where'd you get this from? Blah, blah, blah. And then her and my grandparents all talked about it, and they were yelling at me for having something that was mine. And so I spent my entire pregnancy without 24/7 access to food, running water, or even a toilet. I slept in a motorhome in the backyard in their property that had holes in the walls, and it was horrible. When I went into labor, it was horrible. The house was locked up. I didn't have a phone. I didn't have a car. I was stranded 20 miles out of town in the middle of rural Nevada, and it was horrible. And I just never wanted to go through something like that again. I couldn't even imagine that I was bringing my son into the world like this. And so I knew that I needed to change my life. I knew I needed to take different steps. I couldn't help my family's business anymore. I couldn't help them at all anymore. Putting me in that situation just was beyond anything that I could have imagined. Like, I once had an abusive ex, and being pregnant with him was 10 times better than being pregnant around my family. So I went to school for the first time. I went to the University of Phoenix online, and I had straight A's, and I passed my course, and I got a job managing a laundromat. And I did good. I saved up all my money. Then COVID happened, and I actually got paid for working for my family for once. Haha. And I saved up all that money, and I bought the car of my dreams so I would never have to worry again, so my son wouldn't have to worry again. And I did that for a few years, and then I decided that I wanted to go back to school, that I wanted to further my education, and I wanted to be something, because I just couldn't be something for them, and I couldn't help them anymore, and I needed to focus on helping myself. Thanks. Help yourself too.